Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be making beautiful two-piece set for a beautiful princess. It's a halter neck top and short with gathers on the hem. This is super easy to make and very beginners friendly. So if you're interested in learning the step-by-step process of how to go about this, then stay tuned. We are starting with the top part first, and right here I have my fabric folded into two for the top part, for both the front and the back part of the top. The length of the top I have here is 13 inches minus the gathered parts, okay? So for the shoulder, I will mark 5 inches from the center. For the armhole depth, I'll also mark 5 inches. Then I'll connect that point to meet the shoulder point. So on this armhole depth line is where I am going to be imputing the chest line divided by 4 plus allowance, which is 7.5 inches. I will also mark the same 7.5 inches on the waistline because it's a free top. Then I'll connect the side. Now I'll go ahead and cover out the armhole just like this. This is all for the top for now. I'll go ahead and cut it out. So I'll separate the two pieces. I'm going to reshape the armhole of the back part. I'll take 3.5 inches for the shoulder and then connect from the armhole to that 3.5 inches mark like I am doing here. Then I will cut out following the mark that I have marked on the fabric. So this is going to be for the back part. I'm going to also slit open the center back. I measured 2.5 inches from the up part and then I slit it open. So for the front part, what I will do is to either pleat it or gather it a bit to at least for it to fit and become the same measurement with the back part. So I'll cut out strips of fabric to turn the armhole area. So these strips of fabric, I cut them at 1 inch wide and their length is enough to go around the armhole. So I have turned the armhole with the fabrics I placed on the armhole area, and this is what it's looking like. Next, I'm going to cut a longer one that will turn the opening on the back part, okay, making sure that it goes around. So I have turned the opening right here and everything is coming together. Next is to join the shoulder of the front and back pieces, and to do that I'll be using this long strip of fabric that I'll use to turn the neckline. The length of this piece of fabric is 33 inches and the width is 1.5 inches. Okay, so I'll simply get the midpoint of this strip of fabric and note it, and then I'll get the midpoint of the front part and note it as well. I'll match the midpoint on the strip to the midpoint on the front part of the top. So I'll pin it around on the middle and on the end. Now I'm going to measure 5 inches away from where the strip ended on the front part and note. I'll take this measurement on both sides and then I will go ahead and place the back pieces from that 5-inch mark. Okay, so that is where I will place the back neckline from, and then I'll pin it down as well. I will repeat the same thing with the other part of the back. So I have pinned it down. I'll go ahead and stitch. Right now I have stitched the piece of fabric on the neckline, and I'm just going to finish it up like this. See the way I'm folding it, because I want it to drop on the back, center back, as a rope to tie, a tying rope. Okay, I'll go ahead and fold and stitch. I'll keep folding, making sure I am covering the roughness, and then stitch along. I'll do this from one center back to the other center back. So I have folded and stitched on the fabric, as you can see right here, and this is what it is looking like. You can see the excess that falls on the back. I am going to use it to make a tie. That is what will hold the center back opening together. Here's the fabric for the gathers. It is 26 inches long and 4 inches wide. I have two pieces of this for the front part and the back part. separately. So I'm going to go ahead and gather this on the hem part of the top. I'll do the same for the front and the back. Okay, so I have gathered the fabric on the top and this is what it is looking like. It's almost ready. So next I'm going to do is to arrange the side and join with 1/2 inch. I have joined the sides right here, as you can see. So I'll turn it over to the right side and this is what it is looking like on the right side. Now let's move to the short. I have the fabric for the short part here, which I'm going to fold into 4 because I cut the front and back pieces together. So I will measure 8 inches from the side and mark all the way down. From the top, I will come down by 8.5 inches, which is for the crotch depth. On that point, I will extend it by 1.5 inch and curve out the crotch. Then connect from the crotch to the hem like so. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. After cutting it out, I'll place the both pieces on each other and go and stitch the center front and center back. I've stitched the center right here. Next is to join the gathered part, which the length is ×2 of the length of the hemline of the short. I am going to gather it on the hemline like so, just like I have done with this other part. So the wideness of this is actually 2 inches after hemming. Okay, so I'll go ahead and before I forget, I actually trimmed off the short a bit because of the gathered part so that it will not be too long. It's supposed to be short. Okay, I've stitched on the gathers on the short hemline. So right now I will face it to match the crotch side so that I will go and join the crotch. I'll simply match the crotch side carefully and then I'll stitch on it with just 1/2 inch. I have joined the crotch right here. I will turn it over to the right side for you to see what it looks like. So next we work on the band, which is 3 inches wide. When I fold, it is 1.5 inches and the length is the same length of the waistline. So I'll simply go and stitch on the excess on that band. So I've joined the band together. I'll just trim off the stitching allowance. So for the elastic, this is elastic of 1 inch wide and 18 inches long. So I'll also fold this elastic into 2 like the fabric and then stitch on it before I go ahead and cover the elastic with the fabric. When trying to cover the elastic with the fabric, I'll make sure to drag the elastic while I am stitching so it's able to go around the fabric. So I have covered the elastic with the fabric right here. So I decided to make 2 extra stitches on the band to have it looking different from the normal band I used to make. Okay, so that is why it's looking like this. You can make yours the same way or leave it like that. So I'll simply place the band on the short. I'll get the stitched part on the band and match with one of the stitched part on the short. Okay, so I'll now go ahead and stitch the band on the short. When stitching on the short, please ensure to drag it so it's able to go around the waistline. Okay, so I have attached the band to the short and you can see how beautiful the short is. Just that simple double stitch I made on the waistband has given it a new face and it's super beautiful. Okay, so this is all for the tutorial. Everything is ready. I hope you got value from this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to like this video, drop a comment if you have any questions or suggestion, and if you're here to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button and let's keep making beautiful princess dresses together. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.